Hello and welcome back to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me, and my mic seems to be like peaking here, guys. I'm going to turn myself down a little bit and see if that helps. I don't know if it will or mine. Anyway, as I was saying, welcome back to my wonderful, wonderful Freak Show. That's right, folks. It is here, it is now, it is time. HOM 7 is upon us, episode 158, and we shall go out and do things. I had a fantastic game of Dota 2, guys. Like, this is literally the most fun I've had in Dota 2 in months. Also, I was with a full party, so anyone who wanted to join that, I was not invited. I had no room. In fact, I even had somebody coaching me. Well, other people, not really me. And it was fantastic. I was with an artist from Creative Assembly, one of the guys from Breakdown Epiphanies, the person who did one of the two people that did my intro music, outro music, and the theme songs and tracks and musics and sounds and stuffs from Battle Brothers, and two of my subscribers, and that would be 5 people, plus Mutanot was the coach. Alright, enough of that. Onward to HOM. I don't know, guys, I'm a little bit fired up. I've been kind of a little meh the last couple days, but not horribly so. I've been getting some stuff done. As you guys see, there's a ton of first looks. Now, I don't think I'm going to actually have one today, because I don't have time. There was a horribly large snow... Alright, so here's the rub, as they say. I don't know who says that. I'm sure someone does. Here's the rub. There's snow. It's Canada, you know, winter, snow. It happens, right? That's a thing. However, snow, Canada, winter happening thing, almost all melted. Like, there was literally almost no snow left until today, where it snowed like crazy, and now the entire countryside is once again covered in white. So we saw the grass briefly, and now it's gone again. And then I had to go out and shovel and do a whole bunch of crazy well, it's not really crazy, it's just annoying, mildly inconvenient stuff. It's fine. It is okay. I have accepted it, and I have moved onward. I do not know where I must go. That is a fort. I think I should kill that fort. There is a wolf there. You know, it looks like I can just take my time over here. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to go here and kill the fort with quick combat, because, you know, that's fine. No, I am not losing a vampire. That is not happening. No, sir. It's going to be fine, though, guys. We're going to be okay. Alright, so yes, it was our very own, there it is, our very own party commissar as one of our members. It was immediately following the Potato League game, and yeah, it was fun, guys. A lot of fun in Dota 2. It's rare that I find somebody... Now, this is going to sound arrogant. It's really not. The people I play with the majority of the time, and I usually only play with people I know, they're not very good at Dota 2. Or, at least compared to me, they're not as good as I am. And again, this isn't arrogance. This is just the way it is. So, it's rare that I actually play with people that are as good or better than me. And the guy from Creative Assembly is probably better than me. If not, he's at least on par with me. It felt really good to match up with him and go around and do what we did. It was good. I enjoyed it immensely. It was fantabulous. It really was. It was great. So I'm all stoked and fired up and everything else. I haven't slept in like a long time. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while, and I'm pretty tired. I should be tired. Like, my head is actually mildly aching, so that would be a headache for those of you squaring at home. But it's okay, it's not super painful, it just feels weird, and everything's fuzzy. It's because I haven't shaved in a couple days, actually. I need to shave. I'm getting a neck beard going on, which is unacceptable. My wife wants to beat me, but she pretty much always wants to beat me. There's always some reason to beat Bumpy. I mean, let's be honest. I do some stupid crap. Not like horribly, like I should be shot stupid, but some stupid crap. It happens. Alright, what were we doing? We were going to go down the exploratory thingy tree of stuff, and yeah, there it is. Alright, so now we can move slightly further with Zenda, and we shall take over the fort with quick combat. And this time, we will lose no one of importance. Yeah. And we do not have enough stone or wood to rebuild it, which makes me slightly sad. But, again, not horribly sad. See? Slightly, horribly, there's differences. Alright, looks like we're going to be kind of going around the entire deal here. I also believe that Nar Kharesh should probably have some troops for me to hire, and indeed they do. In fact, they seem to have a lot of troops. like 2 weeks worth of troops. I know, it's crazy. And we don't have the money for all of those troops. That is the truly insane part. Alright, well that's fine. Zenda! By the power of Grayskull! Not really. Yes. Give me more forces, master. I want to eat the juicy spiders. Or not. It's been a while, guys. I haven't worked on my Igor in quite some time, so he may be slightly off. So, I apologize if that was not 100% on point. In the future, I hope that it will be. We're going to end our turn, and now we're going to go and build our fort, which oddly had a sword. There. I think I broke the game, guys. Apparently, the fort cannot be rebuilt. Because it thinks it's a hostile fort. Which is weird. Quick combat should see us with no penalty losses, or you're gonna kill off another vampire. Didn't I tell you? No. Vampire kills. It's fine. Maybe my Batman voice feels off. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I suppose feeling listless does have its effects. To the human psyche. Or something along those lines. Come on, come on, come on. Get on over here, I won't kill y'all. I don't know what I'm streaming on Thursday, guys. I still would very, very, very much like killing everything. No, I would still very much like to be able to do the thing that I want to do that I don't know what it is. The thing that I want to do that I don't know what it is. I would like to finish Valkyria Chronicles and Braveland. But I don't think that I can do these things. I think they are going to be things that I cannot accomplish. And they are going to make me sad. So, I'm leaving it open, guys. I don't know what I'm doing on Thursday for stream, so there's that. It's not going to be Brawlhalla. However, after Brawlhalla, I plan to play a little bit of Brawlhalla. After the stream, I plan to play a little bit of Brawlhalla with my boys, with my peeps, with Commissar Gak, and hopefully a few others that show up. And yeah, we'll have some fun with that. It won't be... Maybe I'll let the stream run. I don't know. It's fine. It's whatever, guys. I'm just having some fun now, you know. Every once in a while, you just gotta sit back and be like, you know what? Life needs to have a little bit more fun in it. I'm gonna add some... I'm gonna infuse... Like you infuse water with lime and lemons and stuff. I'm gonna infuse my life with more fun. And that's really my goal. Alright, I can accept that. And look at that. We ended up with 10 more than we started with. So yeah, some fun infusion is coming my way. Please, join me. By dying. Which is true. If they die and they don't kill my... Yeah. They're technically still joining me, see? See? And it didn't cost me anything. Except free experience. We just got a dead man's cape, which is pretty sexy. Alright. So how many of you guys are looking forward to the eventual endgame? And are you looking forward to the endgame? Or are you looking forward to the endgame knowing there's going to be 2 more free campaigns coming soon? Because I'm pretty excited by that. Pretty darn excited. Chana, you must do things. Can you kill anybody yet? Nope. Not safely. Not safely. And you can't quite make it there either. I suppose I could go back to Nalharesh at this point and probably recruit the remaining troops that are in existence and then go over to you, good old Zenda, and this is going to happen for some unknown reason. And we're going to pull you guys down, pull you guys over, and we're going to do stuff. It's going to be great. I have my feelers out, folks, and junk and stuff for all sorts of various crazy things. I am looking forward to it. Just games, guys. There's a lot of little games that are coming out that I want to do some coverage of. Some that look like it'll be a lot of fun. Some will be co-op. I mean, there's a ton of stuff, guys, and I still have a lot of first look videos to go through. And there's one that I'm like, I need to cover that. And it's from, like, before. There's a couple that I know that I need to cover. But there's one in particular I really wanted to, and I forgot about it. I forgot again. I don't know what it's called. So, there's that, guys. There's that. See, I'm faking high energy, And eventually I'll be able to make high energy. I don't, it doesn't make any sense to me either, guys. It's fine. No, I'm going to murder you in the faces. Yes. Murder in the faces. What does Quick Combat say? Quick Combat says, fight it manually and you will do better. Which is what I'm going to try. So we're going to hop over here. I know many of our series are suffering, folks. I realize the Freak Show is in shambles when it comes to actual regular series. But do not fret too much, for if you do, you'll probably end up with a weird expression or something stuck on your face hole, and then you will be like, and everybody will look at you funny. So don't do that. That would be bad. However, if you don't fret, and you stay patient and calm, and that should have done more damage, but it didn't. I'm okay with this. We're going to spam wait. And now we're going to kill that guy right there with our dice. But no, if you guys are patient, I will be getting back onto a normal schedule soon enough. So you guys should not have to worry too incredibly much about it. Just figured I would share that with all of you. And you guys could now know that that's a thing. Yes. I do plan to continue with all of my various series. I really need to focus on XCOM and get that knocked out. I'm going to be doing a Battle Brothers today. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do the 4th video I want to do today. I know I'm going to be able to do at least 3, and I have another Secrets of Grindia that I'm going to try to post with these 3 that are done. Mutanot is bugging me. He has been playing it on his own. His character got deleted, and he had to restart, basically. And he's back to where we're at, and he's learned new things, and he's like, I want to play. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have the time. And we got to coordinate with Splooch, and it's been weird, guys. It's been a little weird, but we're getting the time slowly. It's coming together, and soon we'll be able to play more Grindia. It's going to be great. I hope you guys are enjoying that game. It's a really fun game. It's definitely something like, I saw it, I'm like, that looks very much like the old games of Zelda that I remember so fondly as a child, and that I enjoyed immensely. And indeed, it is like those old games. So, yeah, a lot of fun. Splooch, I mean, our voice acting, it's pretty funny in my opinion. I don't know, maybe nobody else finds it funny. I find it rather hilarious, and it's enjoyable. I really like doing that series. And I know most of the folks that do the series also enjoy the series. So, that's a bonus. What are we going to have with the quick combats? It's fine. Acceptable losses. Yeah, we're going to have to leave those behind. I know. It's heart-wrenching. It really is. A Ring of Swiftness. Fantastic. Alright, I suppose we could buff... Nope. Spell. We can buff you up. And was there anything else? I don't think Naharesh or anywhere else actually needed anything. So we're going to end our turn again. And then we're going to look over here and we'll be like, we cannot do this. Not with Charna, not with green eggs and ham, not with anything, guys. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I am down 15 pounds in just over a week. I think it was last Tuesday or Wednesday I weighed myself, and I am down 15 pounds. My diet is working, but I ate more today than I have in like a week, and I actually got sick from eating. And it wasn't like a tremendously large amount of food, it was just more than I had been eating. So I got pretty sick after I was doing the snow shovel and stuff, so... yeah, I'm going to have to make sure I continue to eat smaller portions so I don't get sick. That was good. I've been feeling pretty decent physically lately, so that's a rare and beautiful thing for me. Very enjoyable and pleasant. Will you stop doing that? There we go. Victory is mine-ish. Is mine-ish a word? I don't think so. Well, I have no reason to go over there and fight that, but I will do so anyway. Why? Because I would rather you join me, yes. But you're bone dragons, and I have no room for you. Also, I don't have 61,000 monies. So you know what? You can stay there for now. We'll deal with you later. Yep, that's the thing that's going to eventually happen. Please give me no losses. Alright, the Lamasu are proving to once again be worthless in combat. Thankfully for the enemy side this time. It's already been visited. It has, okay. I shall take this, and this, and this, and eventually come over here and murder you. Quick combat's not going to see me flawlessly victorizing, but that's fine. I can accept that one. Not a biggie. And not a biggie. I am going to pass out and sleep for a month when I go to bed tonight. It's going to be great. I'm not really going to do that, but I feel like I could. Like I'm actually feeling like I should when I actually get tired. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't usually get tired till like 4 or 5 or 6 or later in the morning, so it's fantastic that I'm tired at... Oh, I don't have any earthly idea what time it is. I have no idea. So we're gonna pretend like it's like 10 o'clock or something. So yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm not ready for sleepiness, but I'm there, guys. Feel amped up. I'm ready. I'm eager. I don't know what I want to. I guess I'll just go over there and kill that. Like, I don't know what I want to do with her. I have so many options. I really don't, but I have a few. You know what? That is terrible, and I think I'm gonna have to fight that one manually. Let's remember the Haven campaign troops, because it's been a while and we haven't played with them in quite some time. Yeah, sure. That. What spells do we have available to us? We have Advance, we have Firebolt, which does not do much in the way of damage. Burning Determination. You know what? That's fine. Alright. Advance! I'm gonna have you advance, and then I'm gonna have you wait. I know, it's so cruel! It's fine. Alright, come on. Come on, doggies. I think we're gonna get destroyed here. Like, I don't see a good way of this, like, happening for us. At all. Atolls. Toes. I imagine that's gonna hurt. We're gonna wait on you. I think I'm gonna Abbot Smack you, which I thought we would have full range with, but apparently we don't. And then I'm going to Huh? How are you covered? Huh. Well, I guess I'll just smack you then. Because of reasons. And stuff. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. Hiya! It did not attack, and we did not double swing. I feel like we're being robbed somehow. A little bit. Alright, I shall flank you and do side damage to you, and you are going to do lots of chewy on my face type damage. It is going to be quite unpleasant, and I am going to regret this for the rest of my days. Alright, well, we're going to flank and charge and flank, and ooh, they retaliate more than once as well. Well, that is good to know. Alright, well, that happened. Time control dictates that we should kill you before you kill us. That should move us ahead of them. Yeah! It did. I don't know if I really want to go and do kills. I think I'm going to go up here and do kills. And no retaliatory strike, which is good. So I have my, like, little feelers out to, like, all sorts of various things, and I'm totally gonna hopefully be able to land some of the stuff that I'm looking for, folks. Like, there's this thing that I think I've mentioned this, I'm pretty sure I have, because it's kind of been bumming me out just a little bit. There's a thing that I signed up for that is supposed to make it easier for me to get in contact with developers, and developers get in contact with me and send me keys, and it verifies my identity, and there's less chance of theft and scammers, and it's great, right? It's a really good thing. It looks fantastic. Everything I read about it looks good. It's I don't know if it's done or endorsed or whatever by reputable YouTubers and people that I've read about. I mean, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's been driving me nuts. I have been trying to get key. I've requested a key, I think, back on the 15th of December to the 25th of December, a different key. And then I waited, and then it was like January 3rd, and then like every day the last 3 days has been trying to get something to come through. So something finally came through. That is what I'm considering doing tonight, though I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to wait for tomorrow to do that. Tomorrow should be a pretty good day, a very productive day. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a very fortuitous and wonderful, and I swear it should be like 42 minutes in. I feel like I've been babbling nonstop, and I probably have. And like it should be way later than it is, and it's only 18 minutes in. That's okay, that's good. I mean, I'm still accomplishing goals, I'm still moving forward. Things are happening, and I am liking it a lot. A lot. So it's good. It's really good. Okay. So, let's end the turn. I feel like we're not getting as far as I'd like. What did I just see? I saw something appeared on my screen, and it moved, and it made the menacing sound. I do not know where. I do not know why, but I heard it. It went... It's fine. All right, Zenda, what did you got? You got that already. We're gonna tag this up. Yeah, restoration. Want to come on over here? Can we take this yet? No, I think I'm gonna actually save and reload. Between this episode and the next, and hopefully that will be available to me. I don't know for certain. Huh. Well, I'm going to murder you guys. Quick Combat says that you are going to do nothing naughty to me. Very good. Also, we've almost leveled up from, like, almost all auto combat. It's wonderful, guys. It's a wonderful feeling. Alright, well, I suppose I can murder you. There's still a lot of stuff to kill, so killing that, and then taking over this stuff over here. Seems like it's the play. This is still kind of protected, and who knows what else is happening beyond the veil. So, I suppose that's gonna be the play. I mean, we can kill the water elemental, I guess. If we had to. Quick Combat's not gonna see me flawless, is it? But if it's only those guys, I will take it. And we got double what we lost. Plus. Alright, we come back down here and do murder, death, killing on you. Ooh, they want to join me too. I am sorry, but I must murder you to prove my loyalty to clan undead strike stuff. It's fine. We're going to fight it manually. I do not desire losing any troops at this point, so it would be foolish of me to put myself into a situation where I could possibly lose some troops. Doesn't that seem appropriate or accurate? I don't know, something. It's gonna be okay. I could go and do that, but that seems like a really terrible idea. So instead, I'm gonna do this. Because it just is a much better choice. 11,474 damage is kind of a big deal. Like, literally a huge deal. So, yeah, that whole thing. We leveled up. We got 25 more of them there, guys. And, ooh, what are we gonna get now? I don't know. Scouting or pathfinding? I would rather be able to find paths than to be able to see slightly further. That would be a weird power to have, wouldn't it? I think like all the superpowers that we've invented over the course of mankind and history and stuff that we know about, that we've read, you know, flight, superhuman strength, the ability to even like super jump, X-ray vision, laser eyes, Wolverine's adamantium skeleton. I mean, you know, that's kind of very specific, I know, the claws and whatnot, but yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Spider-Man, like all the stuff that he can do. I mean, there's a ton of different like superpowers. I think it'd be really, really weird to have the superpower to see slightly further. That would be a very, very uncool superpower to have. Yeah, you see that stop sign over there? No, I do. No? Okay. So there's that. Ha! Alright. Yeah, get in the turn. It is the week of enlistment. Growth of all elite creatures is doubled. I like that. I like that a lot. I may like it too much. There's no way to be sure. Do you wish to fight me? There are Dose Spectral and Dose Bone Dragons. We shall battle all of them with our hands, our fists, our weapons, and our dragons. And possibly our spells. Really depends, though. I cannot sign off on spells until I know specifically how the combat's going to go. I think it's going to go something like this. Wait, wait, wait. Flap, flap, land, flap, flap, land, flap, flap, land. And then murder. I think that's going to basically be how this all plays out. Oh, we're going to have to do one more wait. Alright, now we can go to the flap, flap, land and that stuff. We're going to wait again. We're not going to wait with you. Can I kill the giant? No, I can't. Well, I can kill you. That makes me slightly more happy. Ish. Alright, going to do blasty, pew-pew, shooty stuff onto you. You have the Hex of Disruption, which somehow did damage too, which is fantastic because we had high luck and we did 1,000 damage ourselves. And our 4 spectral dragons shall eat your soul. Yes, you never thought that your soul would be devoured, did you? Alright, it's done. It is done. I also had somebody, Tran something another. I apologize, I'm terrible at remembering names unless you're somebody like I talk to all the time. Like I talk to Commissar, I talked to Gak, I talked to Antros, we've done things in games together, I mean, stuff like that. They showed up to streams. I mean, there's a few people, Rise Blader, there's a few people, Techman, that I actually talk to all the time. Or frequently, that I remember the names and whatnot. Now, I know Tran, whatever his name is. I apologize again, I'm sorry. Hashtag Bad Bumpy is bad. Anyway, I know he's been a long-time viewer, and I appreciate it. He's going to be helping me with some animations and stuff for the opening sequence and the closing sequence to the Freak Show, which is fantastic because I'm a terrible animator. And I don't know what I'm doing. I've learned some very basic things that made it slightly better. You saw my intro. That took me hours to do because I'm terrible. And then I had to redo it again, which didn't take as long because I did it once before. So I knew what I was doing at that point. But still, I suck. So it'd be good to have somebody who's not terrible do these things and make it look nice. I will admit my logo looks fantastic, and I will not admit that that's my fault or reason that it looks fantastic. I found an image, I modified it, and made it my own, and it was beautiful, sweet, sweet, nice, but that did not have the beautiful coloring and textures. That was by, oh, I'm drawing a blank. Reslam, something along those lines. He's the one that perfected and made my wonderful emblem, the purple with the fedora and the shadowy man. He made that all beautiful and nice, and he did a good purple, and it's a higher definition than what I had. He did a really good job. I'm very happy with the work that he did. And also the closing outro intro thingy. It's the outro, guys. That was all his artwork. It's also my channel banner. So yeah, shout out to him again for having done that for me. I think he's in Korea now? I don't know. He moved somewhere. I believe it was for work, so I haven't talked to him in a little while. I know he shows up to, like, Splattercat streams every once in a while. I haven't been there in a while either, unfortunately. Well, that is the problem when you have work to do. And by work, I mean games to play. And by games to play, I mean YouTube content to create. That would be these LPs, guys. Unfortunately, I do not get to do all the wonderful things that I used to or had fun doing in the past. I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying it's a thing that has happened. So, yeah. That. Well, we don't really need to do anything with Charna anymore. Let's do like 2 more turns or something along those lines, and then we'll be like, yep, we're done. See if we can't get Zenda to clear out the rest of the weird stuffy stuff that's over here, which I think we'll be able to do just fine. Quick Combat says that we lose no one. Perfect. It's weird because I feel like the spiders are not undead, and therefore they should be resurrected in full like all the other things that are not undead. I wonder if that army wants to join me. It says we'll fight. Well, let's go and fight it. We still need to kill the wolves anyway. We're close. Desquit? Let's get you rolling out with the Halls of Honor. I think everything else is done, so now it's just upgrading the troops, which we don't even necessarily have to do. We can just kind of recruit them all over to our other town, because we're smart like that. We'll go to Sunwrath and be like, oh, what is this? This other town? We have no money. We're not going to do it now. I could mock, and I do mock, but I'm not going to mock right now. No. Alright. I would like to battle you. Let's fight. Actually, this is going to be a little bit more tough. A little bit more challenge. I don't think I ate dinner no, I didn't. I did not eat dinner today. I'm a little all over the place today, guys. It's fine. I'm allowed to be a little bit all over. It's perfectly okay. So I'm feeling good. And feeling good and being good are 2 entirely different things. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's quite possibly a good thing. Hence being good, feeling good. It's fine. Huh. I feel as though we could benefit greatly from firewalling all of these guys, and we're going to do so, which may kill one. It did. Okay, we're going to skip you. I'm going to do massive emitter death killy stuff onto... not you, but you. Ha! I am going to Lich Smack you and you. Or maybe just you. I don't know. I don't judge. We're going to defend with you. We are going to come down here and breathe fiery breath attacks of fiery breath. I wanted to kill multiple. Whatever. Yeah. I could have attacked from this angle. That would have been so much better. I'm going to defend, and then our ghostly ghosts are going to kill them. Alright, simple and easy fight, guys. It's been pretty much just working our way through. Bit by bit, piece by piece. I will see if I can't speed it along in the next couple episodes. I'm not trying to rush through the game, guys, but I know when there's literally, I can't say no challenge, but less challenge than, like, is feasible. Like, this is pretty easy right now, right? There's no need for a visit, but I like to full clear things, and a lot of people are going to be like, just go for the objective. What are you doing? I'm starting to see double, guys. This is not a good sign. My eyes are getting blurry. It's not good. It's really not. No, go for the objective and get things handled, and I would love to do that, but I also want to shortchange. I'd like to go for the full 100% completion. I think it's just gonna feel right. So that's kind of where I'm at. You know? What about Narharish? What do we have over here? We have a lot of troops that may or may not need to be upgraded. And I would say, looking at them, they probably need the upgrades. So we're gonna upgrade them. And there we go. We're all the way down to the last 7 of our troops, but they're also the most expensive. Oh my, this day may end with only 1 recording. I'm feeling loopy. I'm not feeling loopy, guys. I'm fine. Anyhow, yeah, Battle Brothers, 2 HOM 7s, and then maybe a little surprise on the side, plus Secrets of Grindia. And I guess I have the Spudcast. I don't need to do another recording today. But I may. I don't know. We're going to try to get through all of it and get things handled. Are we going to be able to do this with very little to no losses? We are, but that is still unacceptable. I need less little to no losses, so there's that. Alrighty, you guys are all in position. We're going to wait it out, and I am going to do something horribly silly. And wow, it really got bright over there for some reason. Spells are... We could go with the firewall again, I guess. It's going to weaken a couple of the younger pups. Actually, that did way more damage than I thought it would. Hopefully they don't choose to charge me down and murder me in one move. It looks like they're actually going to attack me normal style instead of utilizing their awesome no retaliatory strike, murder death killing sequencer thingy of face and whatnot. So yeah, they decided not to charge across and attack with no retaliatory striking. Wow, we're actually gonna kill 53 of these with 4 dragons. I suppose a giant... Oh, we almost did. A giant flock of wolves, not quite a match for a dragon. Go 4. Alright, so that has happened. Going to close this and move this down here, move this here, and... yeah, that's okay. Alright, everything is done up into this point, and we're going to have to come over here and take this over. And it looks like we can do that now. Can we do this without a loss? No. Oh, whoa. Now, we're definitely playing that one manually. We're not losing that many liches. That's ridiculous. That's what that is. Silly. It really is silly. Alright. Our normal loadout is here. Now, how exactly do I wish to proceed? Well, I think pushing the dragon to further horrible places that will still commit many atrocities against nature and mankind should be a pretty good place to start. We almost killed, like, most of them. But not quite all. Alright, we're going to move our vampire over there. Our ghosts are going to stay. And we're going to shoot you with the shoot the pew pew. And we got actually almost max level damage there, which is pretty good. Alright, multiple attacky stabby stabs up onto our dragons, who almost annihilated that group. With a retaliatory strike, we're going to get shot here for 23, all baby damage. And the 244 are going to stab us for steel baby damage. Alright, gonna move forward, gonna move forward again, gonna not move forward, gonna move you real close. And yeah, the dragon thing is interesting. We're gonna come over here and be like, bloop! Could have done it again, like weird, crazy side angle like that, but it's too risky. It's not worth it. Alright, 111 of them down. The one that remains here is going to be annihilated. We defend, and we kill 31 with Lamasu. Literally our worst characters, I think. Alright, pretty sure I haven't passed out or fallen asleep at all, so that's a good sign. If I have, you'll have heard a lot of incoherent babbling and possibly some crying. Because I have taken up crying in my sleep. No, I haven't, guys. It's fine. Alright, that was very, very weird maneuvers there. Alright, I think this is the perfect place to break off the episode. We have cleared out this entire area. And we gathered up some more stuff, and, well, things are looking pretty good. Anyway, folks, this can do it for this episode. I will see you in just a bit, hopefully, theoretically, possibly, maybe, with more HOM 7, Might Magic Heroes 7, or Heroes of Might Magic 7, whatever you want to call it. It is here, and it will be back. Until then, my name is Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.